All right, everyone. My name is Sandro Pianconi. I'm the founder here at Fast Moving Consumer Goods. We are launching from NAMA today. So we're doing from NAMA, where it's a trade show here in Los Angeles. After you launch your product in 90 days, you're going to want to come sell it. So there's going to be trade shows. So why don't we go to the next slide? We're going to talk about, Fernando, if you can go to the next slide. Our sponsor today is CPG Experience. They're the ones that they put on a lot of the booths here in this area. So that worked out really well. Fernando, can you go to the next slide, please? There we go. So Shannon came and introduced himself at the beginning, putting on the show. So it allows you to come and set up. Instead of getting a big booth, you were able to come and do a micro booth, like an incubator. You shared a booth with other people, 20 different companies. You have your 4-foot table. It's about 3.5, 4 feet. You can see behind me. We have two of our incubator clients today. So one is the iDrink, which is here. So Dr. Wu's here. So we have this product. And then we also have Calmara with Dr. Sanchez. So that product's here. The next slide. So we're going to take you through a system that me and my partner Jorge designed. You can look at it. Sounds a little overwhelming, but don't worry, we'll get through it. These are all the things that you will need to do to launch a product. Next slide, Fernando. So our system allows you to take an idea, so just an idea that you may have, and take it to fruition. And we'll get into the details of what that means. So if you have an idea that you've been thinking about and want to take it to a final product, we'll help you do that. Next slide. So a statistic, this is a Nielsen statistic. So 85% of all new brands are out of business in the next year. So that's what normally happens. That's 85% of them. And that number is pretty clear. We even when we look at it, and we talk to our different clients that we talk to that we see from a year ago, not clients, but people that we've met them at trade shows. And the reason is they don't have a full plan, right? They don't have a systemized plan how to go from step to step. Go ahead, Fernando. So here's a little bit of an evolution, which we have step 1, step 2, step 3. These are different steps in your evaluation, how you go through it. Next one. Sorry. Yes. Go ahead, Fernando, the next one. So the dangerous FMCG myths, right? A lot of people think, hey, I got this great idea. I'm going to launch. I have a great product. So it's much more than a product, right? You need a plan. You need a business plan. You need next steps. So there's things that you have to do to go through it. So these are the myths that you normally think, or you think it may take too much money or too much of your time. And those are myths that we can help you go through. Next one. These are steps, right? Steps that we go through over the 12 weeks, our 12-week system that we go through to launch this product. Next one, Fernando. So I'm going to introduce you to myself. I already did. Sandro Pianconi. I'm the co-founder of Fast Moving Consumer Goods. And then also Jorge Olson, who's my partner. The next one. We've launched over 1,000 items. We've written 2 books, well, several books, but our last one is he wrote one called Build Your Beverage Empire, which talks about launching beverages, and also Wholesale MBA. Those are both available right now on Amazon. If you were to read them, you would be much farther ahead than most entrepreneurs jumping in. It gives you a roadmap, but it doesn't give you everything, right? It talks about how to distribute your products, and where we talk about here, formulations, launching, and so on. Next one, Fernando. So we talked about we've launched over 1,000 items. So they're from gummies, energy drinks, cosmetics, protein bars. You can see some of our clients. We also have an alcohol product called Tridente Tequila. So it's a tequila brand. We also have this one that we talked about. So this is the Calmara energy drink. We have the eye drink, and then we have a dentist who did a line of products that they launched from toothpaste to mouthwash. Next slide. So some of the clients that we've launched products for that we're partnered with is Rick Ross, Snoop Dogg, and Cheech and Chong. So we're still partners with Snoop Dogg. We've launched products from gummies to different vape products, and we're working on a beverage now for them. So from a formulation to manufacturing the product and launching it. Next slide. So here's the roadmap that we talk about, right? So this is a roadmap that we've done it 1,000 times, where we want to really understand who the product's for, right? Who's your avatar? Who is that person that you're going to sell the product to? A lot of people say, well, it's good for everyone, but we really want to know who that person is, why you were designing the product, who were you thinking about? Second is, once you know who that person is and where they shop, then we can talk about the size of the product. Would you like so on. For an example, just a one that we've been talking to, where the client figured out that their client was for females, and the product was a 16-ounce, much larger product. And what they decided to do is go to a 12-ounce slim, so easier to handle, easier for it, easier to travel, all those things. Fernando, next one. So we talk a little bit about, starting out at the beginning. How do you start your corporation? So we help with that, right? We always recommend that you start out with a C corp. People say, well, my accountant or my attorney told me I should do a S corp and an LLC. Well, there's a couple of reasons why you would do a C corp. One is when you go out to raise capital. LLCs, unless there's 3 or 4 of you and you're throwing money, there's 3 or 4 you thrown in, or it's a real estate deal, LLCs are perfect for that. What it's not good for is when you have to go out and raise capital. And the second, and probably the most important part of it, is that Rule 1202, which allows you, when you do have an exit, is to pay 0 capital gains. It only works on a C corp. It does not work on an S corp, an LLC, so doesn't do it for that. Also, we talk about IP, right? You definitely need to have a trademark. So before you go out and sell, you need a trademark. So we see a lot of founders get excited, they get the product, they do the design, they go launch, and they forget to get the trademark. And so 2 things will happen. Either A, someone already has the trademark for a product and they will send you a cease and desist letter, or someone will go and actually file the trademark and then send you a letter to cease and desist. So both are not fun parts on that. So those are the things that we look at to do. And then third, once we know who the avatar is. So those are the steps. Step 1 that we do. Fernando, next one. So next one, Fernando. So supply chain. So part of the supply chain is what does that actually mean? It actually is talking about the ingredients that go into the products, right? So when you do your formulation, you need someone who has helped them formulations before, but also manufacturing. So what we need to understand is, what is the product cost? Okay. You may want to put in all the best ingredients and have all the best intentions, but if that product is then priced too high for your avatar, it doesn't work. So what we want you to do is we would help on the pricing, cost of goods sold, to figure out what that is. So when you're actually going to launch, you know what your cost of goods sold is, and then what your sale price is going to be. Then it's getting the product, right? So it could be frozen, it could be refrigerated, it could be organic, which goes to the next part. Your manufacturing company needs to be, if you're using certified ingredients, certified organic, and you want to put the certified organic seal, you need to use that. So those are all things that we need to talk about and understand when you're doing when you're launching your product. And then once the product is manufactured, which is the third part of the supply chain, who is going to make the product for you? What are the MOQs? Are you able to do a proof of concept? And then where's that product? And then the 99% of the time, the manufacturer does not have pick and pack. They're not a 3PL. So then we would help set up a 3PL for you to make sure you have a third-party logistics that's insured, that they're able to ship to retailers, but they also have pick and pack and can ship for Amazon, TikTok, and so on. Next one, Fernando. And then, modern brand building and D2C. So depending on who that avatar is, that's how you build a brand, right? And that's what we look for, right? This modern brand building. Who is this for? So, for example, this product is for the anime market, people that are watching manga, Japanese culture. So this is what that product is. So as you can see, the look and feel, everything is for that. So that target market, when you go to market that product, for example, this product could be sold in comic book stores, right? Which is usually unheard of. People don't buy beverages in comic book stores, but this one could. Fernando, next slide. So retail strategy. There's a lot of retail strategies, right? So that's what we're doing here, for example. So most people think of retail, they think of Walmart, Target. Yes, that's fine, but normally you're probably not going to get listed right at the beginning with Walmart or Target. So you're going to start with smaller chain stores or stores in your neighborhood. So neighborhood markets you can go sell to. They will they're happy to help a small entrepreneur launch a product. Also, there's stores like Sprouts, local. They're based out of Arizona. They have about 300 to 400 stores. They'd be happy to carry a product like yours. And then here, this is vending. So yes, there are vending machines, but there's also like hotels where you stay at a hotel. There's that small kiosk area to the left where it's trust-based, or they come and scan it. Or here, we met a lot of companies that they feed their employees, so they have snacks for their products. So they're looking for healthy snacks, or college campuses. So a product like this would be perfect for a college campus. So that is what the retail strategy is. We recommend most times to our entrepreneurs not to go straight to retail, to do D2C first and then go to retail. Next slide, Fernando. And so we have a system, right? So we've done it 1,000 times. We have this system where there's step one, step two. There's actually 12 steps. We believe we've done it in 90 days. It takes some entrepreneurs 6 months, 9 months. But we've met entrepreneurs where they get up in the morning, they're not sure where to do. That's the slide on the left. They get all confused and they have to figure out, what to do next, right? When they get up in the morning. So we have a strategy that's done. Now, we don't know where a lot of you are in your entrepreneur process, if you're at week 1, week 2, week 3, or where you are on there. Next slide. Fernando. So a little bit about playbook, right? So at the end, you want an exit, right? So a lot of people ask, well, what does an exit look like? So here, this is probably something that most people would know, which is Poppy, right? So about 3 years ago, you probably didn't hear of Poppy. The product on the left, it looked very medicinal. That was Poppy 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and they were struggling. And they came up with a group that redesigned their packaging, invested capital. They did D2C on TikTok. They awarded their people with stock in TikTok, and they had an exit to $1.95 billion to Pepsi. So the Pepsi booth is over there. They actually have Poppy. You can see it's added. It wasn't part of the plan, but it's added. So that's pretty cool. They had a $2 billion exit, but they had a strategy. They had a plan in place. They were backed by certain people that knew what they were doing. Next slide, Fernando. 2 other companies. I love the Once Upon a Farm story. They're a local San Diego company, started in a garage in University City. But they just did an IPO back in February or March for about 800 million. I believe it's worth over $1 billion now. And so that's a local San Diego company. Again, they had a strategy. They knew who their customer was. They knew who their avatar was. And they came up with the packaging and the product right fit for that brand. Next slide. So eliminating the friction, right? That's what we help you do, right? So if you, even though you're working, you may have a job. A lot of our founders either have another business or have another job, and they want to launch this product. We're able in our system to go through, eliminate those hard steps that they need to do. We ask you for an investment of 1 hour per week to come on as we do these events. Either it's a 1 hour VIP call or it's a 1 hour group call where you're in with other entrepreneurs. Next slide. So it's an incubator. We have a 12-week incubator. A lot of people ask us, what is an incubator exactly? What does a FMCG incubator do? And so everything we talk about, you can do on your own, right? If you were going to start a company, you could hire a chief marketing officer. You could hire a VP of sales. You could hire a public relations person. You could hire a supply chain manager. Starting out, it's very expensive to do, but you can do it, right? There's a lot of companies that start up, they raise capital. All those are, it's going to cost you $50,000 to $60,000 per month, right? So you could do that, or you can come into an incubator where we have that team of people. We have those experts that have been doing it 30 years, and we come to you. You come to us with your program. We help you with the incubator. We help you go through the incubator and get you through. So again, depending on where you are on your entrepreneur journey, we can help you. Next slide. Fast forward, what would it look like in 90 days? If you were to come on board with us in 90 days, you would have your corporation set up. You would have your trademark filed. You'd be able to use the TM with our attorney. We would figure out what codes are available and the chances of success of you filing it, right? So obviously you file, you can go through and start working, and then it takes about a year to get awarded the R, right, which is a registered trademark. You would have a formulation in place. You would know who your avatar is. You would have packaging ready to go. And then we would talk about your POC, or your proof of concept. So you would have samples that you could show investors. You'd be able to show supermarkets. You'd be able to actually start on TikTok. You'd be able to do all those things. Next slide, Fernando. So your future brand is waiting. If you have any questions, come on, put your hand up. We'll answer your questions. And then Fernando, can I see? Oh, in the chat. Let me go to the chat there. So if you have other questions that you have, you can put them in the chat. I'll answer the questions for you. If they're here on TikTok, we're doing TikTok Live. We have people at the show asking questions. So if you have any questions, come on and we'll answer your questions. Fernando, or is someone putting their hands up? Let's see. No questions. I know it's a little loud here. We apologize up front. We talked about doing the show live here at a trade show. We did have some technical difficulties, so we apologize for that. But this will be recorded, has been recorded, so you can see it on our YouTube channel. We record every week. We put it up there, but also we have some. Let's see. We do it. Okay, so we have some questions here. So what happens once we get buyers or shops ready to put the product? How does manufacturing happen? So normally, Shinar, someone's not going to even place an order until you have what's called an MVP, minimal viable product, right? So what you'll need to do is have a product, right? You might have 1,000 or 10,000. So when Calamara did their POC, they did 10,000 cans. It was just enough to send to buyers. It was just enough to start on TikTok, so on. So this is what they have. So once they do that, and then when they place an order, you can talk to the buyer and say, hey, I need to do manufacturing. It's going to take me 30 days and wait for a PO. So they will not place an order. They will not place an order unless you have a minimal viable product. And I'm going to show you something else here, right? So this is what's called a sales sheet. So you will have something like this where you have it. It has the UPC code. It has the product. It has everything about it. You normally, this would be for your distributor. Here's another example. Here's the iDrink. So it talks about everything that's here on the iDrink. And then on the back, the case count, the weight, everything that they have ready so they can put you in the computer. So Algernon, but how much elapsed time are you currently seeing for USPO trademark clearance? 9 months to a year. So about 9 months to a year. But our trademark attorney has been doing it 30 years, has a lot of experience. He could tell you with almost certainty if it's going to clear or not. So obviously he would tell you, hey, the chances of this are not going to happen. So it's 9 months to a year. But again, if there is nothing, for example, under energy drinks, Calmar, there was nothing close to it. They started with the TM and they started working and making the product. So hopefully that answered your question. 9 months to a year is what we're seeing. But you can begin selling. You can actually go out and start selling and so on. Do you provide support past 90 days? So yes, the answer is yes, depending on what kind of support you want, Shinar. So one is this, what we can do is also set up a time. Fernando, can you put in the text to set a time with us? So there you go. So you can schedule a free call with us. You can tell us a little bit about your product, what your idea is. And then what we'll do is we'll explain our different programs for you. But absolutely, absolutely. We have clients that have been with us for 2 years, 3 years. The incubator at a certain point, we want you to outgrow us, right? We want you to have a VP of sales. We want you to have all these things on your own, which is what will happen with a company that's scaling. When you go get a booth, instead of sharing a booth like the CBG experience, you have 4 booths, right? So that's what we want, right? So, but at the beginning, we are there for you. We're helping you. We're helping you scale all those things. So you're using our VP of sales, you're using our CMO, our COO, our supply chain, you're using all of our PR person, and that's all included on what we do. But the first 90 days is really where we are understanding your product, giving you all the tools to do it, and so on. Or you might just say, hey, I'm ready to go. I need a formulation. Let's go. The people that are on, what are your products? Shinar, what's your product? Alger, what's your product? We have some people at the show here, but the people here already have products, right? So they've gone through the pain. They've already done it, right? It's a rewarding journey. Is it a rewarding journey? Hydration drink. So, Shinar, yes, really, we need to understand why you're doing this, right? And everyone might say, look, they're looking to make money, or they're looking to leave a legacy for their kids, or they're looking to change the world, or they're looking to solve a problem. So most products solve a problem, right? So this is a perfect example, right? There's a problem out there, right? People have dry eye. They're looking at their computer too much, right? So he solves a problem by showing a product, by doing a product. So rewarding, yes, he feels good. And then again, you may never sell the company, you may never exit the company. You may leave it to your children, right? So is it rewarding? Absolutely. We call it freedom. If you're an entrepreneur, it's called freedom. You're not working for someone. You're not going into an office every day. So that's what it is that you're there. So hydration drink, it's a great market. We see a lot of hydration packets here, like liquid IV, but you have to obviously do something different, something that someone else doesn't have. Any other questions that we have? We're going TikTok live. We got a lot of people on there. Let's see. We're looking at questions. No, they're all looking there. People are. Any questions here in the live? We've never done a live one before, so. Excellent. Perfect. So people can go on, book for the call. It won't be tomorrow or Monday. We'll be traveling, finishing up the show. But next Tuesday and on, book a call with us. Tell us what you're looking to do, and definitely we can help you. And again, our apologies for it did not go the way we planned the first 5 or 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but I'm glad those of you stayed on. The TikTok live, we got a lot more people. So that's wonderful. So everyone, thank you. We're going to sign off here on the webinar.